Good morning. It is a Wednesday morning. Alex is in the background. We're starting this video on a Wednesday because we did our food shop yesterday, which was obviously Tuesday. And I'm gonna have some breakfast. I think Alex is gonna have some toast. He did make a loaf of bread using just the plain flour, because we mentioned in the previous video, which if you haven't seen, make sure you watch first because that's where we did a food shop for this video. He tried making some bread with just the plain flour and it went pretty well. Do you know where it is? So I can show them.
Yes. I can make another one. I can film it because they only used a third of the flour.
Yeah, so we mentioned in that video they didn't have bread flour in Aldi, so we tried making it with just plain flour and it looks pretty great, so you can do it with just plain flour.
I'm not sure what it tastes like.
Well, we're about to find out.
Oh yeah, it does feel a bit soft, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's not as crusty. So still a lovely loaf of bread. So Alex is having this for breakfast and I'm having porridge. We're gonna make some food today because I'm doing a recipe video aside from this. So stay tuned for lunch. But porridge is a staple, so cheap, so delicious, and I'm gonna top it with some apples from the garden. Obviously, if you don't have apples in your garden, get some apples from the supermarket. Because in the video I didn't buy any fruit because we've got so much. That looks, I'm so confused. This looks amazing. It's really soft.
And actually, it not being crusty makes it much easier to cut.
Wow. Well, it's obviously just a softer bread.
Yeah, I've forgotten. Isn't the strong bread flour more like glutinous?
Oh my gosh, this feels like, you know, like when you get like a farmhouse loaf that's really soft.
Yeah.
Maybe I want that for breakfast.
It's quite chunky.
If you want to know where my dressing gown is from, it's from Sea Salt. I'll leave it linked below because I know someone's going to ask. I drizzled some maple syrup on top. Obviously didn't get that in Aldi, but I did mention in that video that I'm not going to be counting condiments, but if you want a cheaper option than maple syrup, a great option is just stirring through a teaspoon of sugar. Brown sugar, white sugar, whatever, adds a little bit of sweetness. Comment down below, are you a Marmite lover or hater? What are you doing? Take a proper bite. Lunch is ready. It's very green. I haven't tasted this yet. It's fine. And I've got it with a lovely crusty piece of bread. Not even crusty, it's just soft. Dinner time. I'm in my dressing gown for the second time today because I've had a long day filming. We're making a stir fry, really quick, easy, shoving it all in a pan because, like I said, had a long day filming, so just something quick and easy. Dinner is served. Look how good this is. This really takes me back, Al, to when we used to shop at Aldi because of the...
Yes, thank you.
Because of the noodles. No, I want to try it. That's my one.
I'm hungry.
I've just eaten from that.
You're not going me a fork?
Because we used to buy these noodles all the time.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for these beef strips.
We've never had them before.
Never had them before. They did not sell this kind of thing back in the day when we used to go to Aldi. Because we don't live near an... Well, we do, but our closest supermarkets are Lidl and Sainsbury's, so we tend to go there. So this is £3.30 for two or £1.65 per portion. So it's probably going to be one of the more pricier ones on the list this week. But if we had been able to get tofu, it would have been cheaper.
Yeah. The beef was the luxury item. Yeah.
See you in the morning. Good morning. For breakfast, I am having toast. Oh no, is there not enough bread left? How's Alex eating it? Alex! Okay, I'm not having toast, there's not enough bread. I don't think there's enough bread. Did you have toast for breakfast? Or was this from the soup? Maybe it's because we had this with soup yesterday. Actually, maybe there's enough. I'll make some. I'll make enough. I'll have what Alex had yesterday. I'll have one with jam, one with Marmite. The next step is for me to make my own jam, because then it'll be all homemade. I don't think I can make my own Marmite though. With it, I'm having a coffee and a protein shake. I did mention this in the first video, the Aldi food haul video, that I will be having protein because it's just part of my supplements. It's just what I have to keep my protein up because it keeps me full, keeps my moods better. It's really, really helped to improve the amount of protein I'm eating every day. I use Form Nutrition, so I will include and show you, just for your information, how much this costs for a single protein shake, but I'll also include a cheaper alternative because I'm not sure that Form is the cheapest. I do love this though, I do rate this, just because it's got all of your supplements. It's got vitamin A, D, C, B3, B6, B12, biotin, and I have noticed a difference since taking this in my nails and hair. Anyway, so I take this as like kind of my supplement, and then I also take an omega because I don't think this has omega in it, but it's got the B12 in there, so it's kind of just, you're all sorted. But I'll put an option in the description box and on here for a more affordable vegan protein, and you can have that with your breakfast. Good evening, my hair is up because it's time to cook. I'm really sorry for the lighting. It's winter in the UK, it's got dark, and we need to buy some new lights that we can use for these kinds of times of the day so that we can create these videos as often as possible. I really want to create these videos like every month or every couple of months so that it's easy for you to have ideas. Alex made a loaf of bread, which looks epic. Did you use bread flour or just plain flour? That's so cool. What a nice discovery. I am gonna make pasta because it's 6:05 and I'm feeling a bit lazy. So it's gonna be a chuck vegetables in a pan. Or do you know what I'm gonna do, Alex? I'm just gonna roast them in the Arga and then mix it through some pasta. That's what I'm gonna do because I don't want to be at the hob. And I had lunch out for lunch because I went to see a friend. So I can't show you that. That's not a budget meal. But yeah, I'm literally going to shove it all in a pan in the Arga and then mix it through some pasta. Easy. We have mushrooms, tomatoes. There is a few from last week, but I'm just not going to use too many. An aubergine, peppers, some leftover rosemary. Obviously, this is kind of cheating. This is from Tesco, but realistically, human beings use stuff that they have in their fridge from the week before. And we have a tiny little bit of Violife cream cheese left over. This is optional, don't need it. So I'm gonna put all the veg in a gratin dish, cook it in the oven until it's all nice and soft, and then boil up some pasta and mix it all through. dinner is ready. This has made a lot of food, which is what we like to happen. So I would say this would probably feed 4 to 6 people, depending on your portion sizes. I think that this will get us probably 3 more if we have some of this for lunch, but I feel like we could just have this
So
for
like
dinner.
6 lunch portions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more like probably 5 dinner portions, but we're piglets.
This is quite a big portion. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this.
Did you get me a fork again?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, this was so lazy. And it tastes amazing. Those vegan meatballs as well are really nice from Aldi.
Try that.
Oh, they're good.
They remind me of like the Swedish meatballs
Yeah.
you buy in the supermarket.
Yeah, they're
when you're
really,
younger.
really nice. But if you cannot be bothered to be, if you've like been on your feet all day, you're tired, you don't want to be in the kitchen, it's a great way to do that because you just have to shove it in the oven and then just put the pasta on to boil and that's it, mix it together. It doesn't require you like standing at the hob and, you know, frying the onion, then adding the garlic, then adding the sauce, then testing it. It just bung it all in. You can go a step further, add a little bit of water and the pasta into the pan if you cannot be bothered to cook the pasta separately. I'll leave a link to a 1-pot pasta recipe. I think I might have a couple, so you can kind of get the vibe of how to do that. But yeah, absolutely delicious. And I'm imagining this is going to be pretty cheap considering the amount of food it made. Happy Friday. It's Friday, I've just made breakfast. We are having porridge again because it's me. So it's the same thing, it's just half a cup of porridge, some chia seeds, cinnamon, an apple on top, though I do have a lot of apple left because these apples are so big, so I'll just eat that. And maple syrup. I'll see you at lunchtime. It's lunchtime, nice little break in our morning. I've had a very productive morning and I'm gonna make some chickpea tuna with the gorgeous bread that Alex made yesterday. I've shared this recipe quite a few times, so I'll leave a link to it down below. Any of the recipes in this video, I'll leave a link to if I have them, and if I don't, then they're just recipes I'm making off the cuff for the video. But I'll try and leave similar recipes that you can follow. But yeah, it's very, very simple. You just blend it up, or you can use a fork to mash it. You don't even need to use a blender. And put it in our sandwich, and I'm very excited because I've not had chickpea tuna in a while. And I'm also going to add some nori into it. In my recipe, I don't put nori in it. And I'm also going to add some gherkins. So those are sort of additional extras. You can add gherkins or capers and some seaweed just to make it have a bit of extra sort of fishy flavour and also a bit more sort of salty flavour. I think that the reason... Cat food delivery, sorry. I think that the reason the original recipe doesn't have those things in it is because it maybe was from like a budget video or like a video that had, you know, 5 ingredients, something like that. Anyway, let's make my lunch because I'm chatting away. I have exploded in this kitchen because I was filming. I just didn't pick anything up as I was doing it. So I've got some cleaning to do. We've got our tuna sandwich. The only thing is I think I put too much vinegar in it because I wasn't measuring and it's gone a little bit wet. So it's kind of falling out the sandwich, and I bet when I take a bite, it's gonna go everywhere. Doesn't normally do this, but I am so excited to eat this. I knew it. If you want it to be less watery, then put it in the fridge for a couple of hours and make it in the morning, and then it will like solidify a little bit. I think the issue is that red onion is quite watery, and I put too much lemon juice and vinegar in there. I totally forgot that we had these crisps. I literally haven't had a single bag this week. What the heck? These taste exactly the same as the proper chips. Proper chips? You know the ones. They're like my favourite crisps, by the way. I always get the salt and vinegar ones and the barbecue ones. Are the sour cream ones vegan? I know there is a brand that does that kind of crisps that are vegan. Don't know if it's proper chips though. But wow, they're like miniature versions. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go to Aldi now every week to get these. They're so good. Good evening. This evening, it is a very exciting meal of leftovers because we made so much pasta yesterday, which is wonderful. So we're just gonna be having this for dinner, and I almost feel like there's more portion for that tomorrow as well. We'll see, but we'll have that for dinner and then maybe there'll be some for lunch tomorrow. Super, super easy. Happy Monday. I need to apologise. I didn't really film my food this weekend because, to be honest, it was the weekend and I didn't really want to pick up a camera, but I'll tell you what I did have. I had some mushrooms on toast because we had so many mushrooms, and I had leftover soup. I don't know if I got a clip for the leftover soup, but I had leftover soup. We had leftover pasta because there was so much pasta. If you're making that recipe, halve it if you're only making it for 2 of you because it was a lot, or you could make all of it and just have loads of leftovers. So we had the leftover pasta. Yesterday we did actually go out for lunch for a roast, and then for breakfast, I'm pretty sure I didn't have breakfast because I was like just lounging about. I think maybe I had a protein shake, but I can't really remember. I don't know. And then for dinner, what did we have for dinner? I feel like we had some kind of leftovers. Maybe there was even more leftovers for pasta. I feel like there was. That pasta made so much food. Let me show you how much food there still is in the fridge. So we still have all of this. It's like we've just gone shopping. We still have an aubergine. This is from, I don't know what that's from. Did we buy a leek? That's from another shop. We've got all these mushrooms left still, and that is meant for the cottage pie. And then there was so many peppers, there were so many carrots. And then we obviously got loads of lettuce. We've used most of the cucumber. And yeah, we have got, I think Alex bought a few other bits from the supermarket at the weekend, but I'm obviously not gonna include that in this video because we're not eating that this week. He just got them, I think, for lunches this week. So I'm gonna make chili. I'm gonna get all the ingredients out and hopefully use up some vegetables. So I think I'll use up some mushrooms, carrots, peppers, and the coriander, and lots of beans. All of our ingredients, I'm whacking all the peppers in there. 2 carrots, onion. We've got celery. I think this is left over from ages ago, but it hasn't gone off. Celery doesn't ever seem to go off. Chickpeas, black beans, chopped tomatoes, and kidney beans. And like I said, this is probably going to make enough for tomorrow too, but we'll see how we go. I might have this for lunch tomorrow, and then maybe we need another dinner recipe, but let's get cooking. Dinner's ready. I did that so fast because I just wasn't bothered to wait. Alex is using the Peloton, so he's going to dish his up when he's done. Yeah, if you want to make a chili, you don't have to make it a big deal. I think this is something that I struggled with for a while because I make videos about food and I love cooking. I used to put myself under pressure so that every single meal I made was like the proper way of doing it and doing it totally to the T, or I don't know. it's silly because if you've had a long day and you just want to make something nutritious, just make it in the way that means you'll make the food. So probably in the past I would cook that for longer. I would think it'd have to have red peppers. There's so many things that I might have, you know, been more considered about. When in reality, I don't need to. I'm gonna measure this out. Yeah, so just cook in the way that gets you to cook and eat a yummy meal. And if that means cutting some corners and making it fast, then so be it. This has made a lot of chili. I'm very excited to eat it. We have got an avocado. I think this is old. This has been in the fridge. I'm very curious to see what this is gonna be like inside. Oh, we're good. So I'm gonna bung an avocado on top. We've got the coriander. I have limes from like a few weeks ago. They've just been in my little fruit bowl. That was not cut very well. Yeah, we'd had some limes from the fruit bowl, but I did buy that lemon juice from Aldi, which you could definitely squeeze on top. I always feel like it's not complete without some lime or lemon. And then a huge helping of coriander. Coriander really brings the flavours out. I'm gonna eat this with a spoon. Recently I've been really enjoying eating food with a spoon. It's something about it being quite comforting. The lime. I'm worried this is going to be exceptionally spicy because it made both me and Alex sneeze and like our noses run from the smell in the air in the kitchen. No, we're good. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Good afternoon. Alex is hanging laundry.
Whoa.
He has just made a loaf of bread. If you want to know more information about our relationship, Alex is the house husband. And I go to yoga. No. If we had a dynamic, I'm definitely more of the workaholic and you're more of the stay-at-home husband.
Man of leisure.
Yeah, but you love that. I like doing stuff and you like being more relaxed and you love doing laundry and I hate doing laundry.
It's satisfying.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah.
So we have a really good balance in our relationship in that sense.
I really enjoy hoovering.
Do you? I hoover most days, actually.
Only recently you've started doing it.
Yeah, I have.
Before it was 90% me.
Yeah, it was. It was a new habit I introduced. Anyway, we're not talking about housework. We're talking about lunch. So I'm going to roast this aubergine as planned, make some hummus, and put it in a fresh loaf of bread because Alex made another loaf of bread. How many loaves of bread? How many loaves of bread? You made 3 loaves of bread with that flour.
This is the third breads.
So it went a long way. Did you put bread flour in this one?
No, it's just the plain flour. 500
All 3
grams
with
each
just
time.
flour. That's so good. So yeah, I'll show you how I make it all. Wow, that noise is great. Always taste it. Absolutely perfect. As much as I love the Vitamix, because it just makes the smoothest everything, I used to use a food processor for hummus. And I don't know if it's because my food processor like is faulty, but it just would never make it as smooth as I want it. And this makes it so smooth, like it's so amazing. But because with a food processor, you can kind of dismantle it and take out.
Is
that bread ready?
No.
Yeah, with the food processor, you can dismantle and take the blade out. You can't do that with a Vitamix. So I have to very carefully try and get it all out. This is when this adorable little spatula comes in handy. This is so hard, look, Alex. I've just turned them midway. I think it's been about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's going to be a little bit slower in the Aga because there's bread in there and the temperature does tend to drop quite a lot. But if it was in a fan oven, I think this would probably only take 20 minutes. Back in the Aga it goes. Mmm. You know when your taste buds in your mouth does that thing where it almost spasms because something's so tasty? I did that just then.
What do you think?
Perfect.
I've exploded a bit.
Oh, you're so harsh on yourself. He always makes these incredible bakes. Can you grab the other one out as well? And then he says it's not good enough. See if they're done. Yeah, they look done. That hummus is. Boy, boy. It's gonna be really hot, but I'm gonna have to eat it. Oh, this is just heavenly. I have to give kudos to Nigel Slater, because I'm pretty sure I got this idea from reading his cookbook. He may have included like feta in there or something, but honestly, so good. Here are the sandwiches. Here is the loaf of bread. Already eaten half of it.
What's the trouble with the homemade bread?
Every time you make homemade bread, it's a rule that you have to have the end piece with some butter just on its own. But this sandwich is very, very yummy. I really recommend giving it a go. Super, super delicious. And it being homemade bread just makes it so much better. Good evening. I completely forgot to film that I'm having leftovers for dinner. I think I said I was anyway. There was enough for 2 more portions, so that made enough for 4 people. Or maybe for more, but realistically, if you like a lot of food, 4 people. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more and leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, and also go into the comments and leave a comment telling me which supermarket you want me to do next, or thumbs up someone else's comment of someone who has said which supermarket you would like me to do next, and I'll do the next most popular one. It will probably be in the new year that I'll do it because Vlogmas is around the corner. But I really want to make this series more regular so that I can help you eat vegan on a budget and yeah, really get all those recipes, practical recipes, things that you can actually implement in your week. So I hope you've enjoyed and stay tuned for the next one. Goodbye.